Because your health is your wealth, and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. You're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening, watching this show, and whatever you may be. And I get emails from folks all the time, and I was reading one this morning. I'm on to a listener who has some inflammation issues, and mentioning to her that I'm always talking about inflammation, just getting ready to let her know that I'll put together some sort of dietary supplement inflammation protocol, uh, focusing on supplements. Now we can focus on diet as well, and I can do both. But you know, I'll start with maybe an anti-inflammation dietary supplement protocol. Do that. Maybe that I can get to it this week, beginning of next week, sometime maybe. In the meantime, you can always call this show and express some of the, I appreciate when you write to me and um, when you call the show, appreciate the contact. And if you have an issue, inflammation or whatever, call the show. I can't diagnose and treat you, um, being that I'm not an MD, I'm a PhD, but I can refer and talk about your issues in a way that don't involve diagnosis and treating you. Ways to do that. I do that with my clients all the time. As a nutritionist, I can do that. So that's what we're about on the show. And I noticed, we're getting only a small percentage of people, very small percentage of people will call a talk show, even though they may want to. Communication anxiety, people shy, and what? Yeah, the host of reasons. I get it. But this is a very safe space. No need to worry. And just as I talk now, that's how I'll talk with you. We'll have a conversation, and I'll entertain your your ideas, your experiences, um, and your experiences count. What you share with me and others can make a very big difference. People giving firsthand accounts of what's happening in their life and how they're handling things and what they're thinking and feeling can be very disconcerting when you have a health issue. You don't quite understand what's going on, where it's going to end up. It is concerning. I'm very empathetic about that and understanding. The more I do this show, it's just, to me, it's remarkable. Every day, 5 days a week, over 15 years now, except for my vacation time, which is not very much. I've been on this air, and I am just as inspired and motivated to do this as I was when I started on day one, May the 5th at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. And I'm also amazed as to how things have changed and how things haven't changed with people and their health. It is one of the most bewildering things to experience where people want to do the right thing. They have such a hard time with their diet and their lifestyle. And a lot of the reason is because what you eat and how you live involves your behavior. It involves your emotions. It involves your psychological life. It's behavioral, psychological, um, social. It is complicated, and we become habituated. And some of my colleagues and friends are very smart, and they know a lot about this and that and the other thing. But they, many of them, are a little wanting in knowing what to tell a client, tell a patient on how to do it, and to understand the complexity, the behavioral, psycho-emotional complexity of change. And that's where the rubber meets the road. And it's challenging. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of know-how in getting people to persuade them and to gain compliance from them. Very difficult. So it's not a matter of just telling somebody, well, this is why you should do it, and we're all done here today. And you bill them, and that's it. Far more difficult than that. With my clients, I spend my time. Some clients, you have to see them initially almost every week for a while. Make sure that they get on the right path. You got to make a commitment with me. You want to sign up with me? It's a 3 month, it's a minimum 3 month commitment. Nothing's going to happen in 3 days. Trust me. It takes something about 90 days. I don't know. I don't understand that phenomenon, but 90 days. When you get a new job, you have to go through a probation period. 90 days. Something, some in relationships, you can make the first 90 days, maybe things might move along even further. Can't get through the first 90 days, it's amazing. Those 90 days, 3 months, there's something about that 3 month time frame. And it takes, and then that's just the beginning. Somebody comes to me with a constellation of health issues, just even one, maybe just losing weight. That's not going to, I make no promises. I promise is to educate you, direct you, guide you, help you, and give you the tools that you can continue after you're done seeing me. It's like going to that beautician. You go and he or she does your hair and it's fine for a couple of days. Then you wash it, then you try to do the same thing that the beautician did and you can't. This often happens with health and wellness. You have to make the client independent of yourself. You have to teach them. How I see it. I want to see you just have one episode with you, never see you again, because I know you can go off and do things that I tried to share with you and hopefully persuade you to adopt. I don't want to have a client that sees me for 5 years all the time. That's not success. Success is get it done, get them right, and let them go. So I understand how difficult this is. Trust me, I know how hard it is. I'm just like you. You think it's not any easier for me. I just wanted to share that with you. So you understand from where I the where I come from with all of this and how I do things. Here's Katie, who's always there, tell you how you can make contact with the show.
We only have 15 seconds left, so maybe I'll
Oh,
wait till
she'll
you get
do
back.
that when we come back.
Okay.
LTN, coast to coast and globally. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only 2 ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thank you for tuning in today. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. And here's Katie to tell you how to make contact with the show. I'll give her more than 15 seconds. do that.
I appreciate that. I can talk
My
fast, but I don't know
pleasure.
I can't talk that fast.
I know. I know.
You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. And you can also email Dr. Garko personally. He was saying earlier how he gets emails from you, loves them. Dr. Garko at letstalknutrition.com. If you want to listen back to some past shows, maybe you missed a show or you want to listen back, listen to Doc's thoughts on something specific, go to letstalknutrition.com and you can play back our shows. You can also do that wherever you listen to your podcast. So on the Apple Podcast, on the iHeartRadio app, or just go to Facebook and or YouTube and search Let's Talk Nutrition, and you can watch the shows back that way as well.
Thank you. So, where are we with this coronavirus? Boy, it's every day it's something else, just a mess, and we're now starting to see cases surge across many states, more than close to 24, maybe more, um, and it's yeah, and it's not just because of the testing. Uh, yes, when you test, you will find more. If you're on an egg hunt looking for eggs, you'll probably find eggs rather than just wishing that you had conducted the hunt. So that's certainly true. On the other hand, we know that it's not just attributable to the testing. The hospitals we're having more incidences. The incidences are growing. Some hospitals are really up against it. I'll continue this in a moment. I want to go to Odessa, Florida. Eric is there. Eric, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, good morning, Doc. Quick question with regard to supplementation for the gut help in weight management or even weight loss. I've heard or read that there's 3 particular enzymes that really are very beneficial to the gut, as well as a good supplementation for probiotics orally to help in that fashion. So
what do you happen to know? Do you happen to know what enzymes that were mentioned in whatever you read or heard?
Yeah, yeah. It eludes me. I can't recall them, but it was specifically about that collaboration between those 3 enzymes that had an effect with really jump-starting gut, the digestive process, and helping it to do what it's supposed to do and efficiently, begin the real digestive process.
Okay. So if you were my client and you came to me and said, I need to lose some weight, and I am very concerned about this visceral fat that I have collected around my middle, sometimes called abdominal, sometimes referred to as abdominal obesity. And I would say, first of all, congratulations. You realize that this is a very important issue, and that particular, when the fat is located, Eric, around the middle, that's for men and women, that's when it becomes very difficult. Now, it turns out that there may be as many as 11 hormones and enzymes that are implicated with belly fat. And, leptin, insulin, uh, sex hormones, estrogen, testosterone, all of these will affect in some form or fashion your metabolism, rate of metabolism, um, your metabolic rate, and how your body's handling the excess sugar and insulin, leptin, adiponectin, uh, resistance. I could go on and on. Aromatase is another. Of course, I mentioned insulin, ghrelin, angiotensin. It gets complicated. Lipoprotein lipase, apolipoprotein E. It goes on and on. My view on this, and the way I handle it with clients, is usually the fast way. It should be the last way, and it doesn't end up good in the end. There's a way to lose that fat. And I could give, you can give a client working with a doctor, the doctor could give the client prescription medications. I could give the client nutraceuticals. And unless and until there is a dietary change, that somehow we can change your diet, all of that is not going to work. It just won't. I can accelerate. I could tell you how to accelerate your metabolism, but you may be eating more and faster than we can accelerate your metabolism. And most often that's the case. People out eat the rate they out eat the rate at which anything I can tell them to do will do. Do you follow what I'm saying?
So, oh, yeah, I'm very clear on that. That really good sense. So, go one step deeper on it. If in fact you had a surgical procedure, you had a hysterectomy, so you're no longer producing estrogen and other hormones in the body, and as a result, you may be carrying around a few extra pounds.
Sure. Hold your thought. We're going to go into some break. We're going to go into a break. We come back. Don't hang up. We'll talk some more.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking with Eric in Odessa, Florida. And he raises a very important issue, and it goes to exactly what I was talking about in my opening monologue today. And that some of these challenges that people have, like losing weight, especially the visceral fat, is a monumental and difficult task. So, didn't mean to cut you off, Eric, but we had to go into those messages. Go ahead and finish your thought, and then I'll try to respond to your comments or questions.
Sure, thanks. Again, using the following assumption that normally as good physique, you eat properly, so your diet is correct, but you had a traumatic event in your life, i.e., a hysterectomy. As a result, your whole hormonal system is different, as well as your GI system too, as far as having oftentimes not having an elimination for days. My thought was, could in fact doing some gut health prevention with proper supplementation move you? And specifically, it was compelling to me when I heard about there were 3 specific enzymes, as well as using probiotic, and also mentioned, which is fascinating to me, that really yogurt and the probiotics you get in yogurt are pretty much useless. And actually, with the high fructose content in a lot of the yogurt, it doesn't really behoove the body. So if you wouldn't mind just touching on that, please, and then
sure, of course. Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I will. Okay. So this is what you just described is classic. It's a classic example of what goes on and what people think about and what they're faced with when it comes to weight loss, and especially around the middle. And if you're a little older, and if you, for example, and if you're a woman and had a hysterectomy, which changes your hormonal composition a bit, things get more complicated. So if you have a client and she's had a hysterectomy, let's say she's 25, 35 pounds overweight, and carrying a lot of it. Usually women carry it in their hips and thighs, but sometimes they will carry it around their middle and having a devil of a time losing the weight. Okay. Uh, there's not one single thing that can be done to take care of that problem. It would be a constellation of diet and lifestyle changes that would have to happen. So the first thing I would do is assess, have her get a hormone panel done. Then I would have probably a nutritional status panel done. I might even have some organic acid tests done to determine what's going on with her and get a nice workup to understand what's going on inside her body. Is she running high inflammation levels? Are there certain enzymatic, all pathways are enzymatic? Are there certain pathways that are problematic? She have mitochondrial dysfunction. In other words, she's not able to burn energy, not able to metabolically handle things properly. There's a whole number of things we can look at. So we figured we try to get a picture of that so that we know what's going on with the person, right? And then from there, you go and you begin to make and recommend the certain diet and lifestyle changes. And that the testing becomes very important because those labs, this I've been taught, if you know from the lab whether that you get organic acids done, get your amino acids tested, and so on, another all sorts of different tests, you can figure out a great deal with the client. And we know that you can make changes that will make it's all about these pathways working and not working. We can make them work. We know that it works, but you need to know that information first. Without that kind of insight, you're just throwing darts in the dark. Do you follow
Makes
me
sense.
so far in what I'm trying to say?
Makes clear sense.
Eric?
Yes, makes real clear sense.
Okay. Now, I'm looking for something that I could share with you. In fact, I was looking at a series of labs on a client and very complicated. If I could get my mitts on them, that would be great. And it trying to give you an example of what I'm talking about. You can do different labs and to get to look at different aspects of what's happening in your body. And when I'm trying to find something, I had it here right at my mitts, and now it's gone. That look
Yeah,
at
that'd be
your
fantastic to know about the lab.
yeah, it can look at your digestive system. We can look at uh, what's going on with your enzymes and different pathways. For example, we can do an organic acid profile. I can figure out, looking at the lab, your fatty acid metabolism, your carbohydrate metabolism, your energy production via the citric acid cycle. I can look at your B complex vitamin markers. Why? Because B complex vitamins are very implicated in making all these pathways work. I can take a look at I can look at nutrient markers. I can take a look at your cell regulation markers, oxidative damage. Are you running high inflammation? We can do labs where we can see if you have toxins in your body that can contribute to weight gain. We can take a look at your digestive tract, and I can order organic acid tests that can look to see if you have bacterial, yeast, or fungi issues going on with yourself. If your digestive system is upside down, that contributes a great deal to the problems of weight gain and whatnot. I can order a test to see if you're allergic to certain foods. So once I have that information, then I can make some intelligent decisions about, okay, this is why you're holding on to all of this weight. That's where you have to start. I could I could rip off a number of supplements to take or have your friend or your wife or whomever take, at the end of the day, it's not going to work in the long run. What I'm suggesting is you first have to get the lay of the land. Don't hang up. We're going to go into some messages. I'll give you a chance to respond to what I just said. I said a lot, and I want to give you an opportunity because this is important. This is important to you, important for you, important enough for you to call me and talk about it on air, and I can take the time to talk to you. You're listening and watching Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
You experience the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend. Delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. The third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today, coast to coast and globally. Talking with Eric out of Odessa, Florida. And I've kept him on because I think that what he has to ask and what he has to say is very important, because it gets to the whole idea of if when you have a health issue, what do you do from a functional medicine, functional nutritional therapeutic perspective? What can you do? Even if we're, for example, talking about excessive weight gain, and especially around the middle. Eric, welcome back. I just want to give you a good example of what I'm talking about. I had a case, and this is the case. And with this particular individual, we took a look at compound organic acids that get created from bacteria, yeast, or fungi. And this particular person, her benzoate, piperate, phenyl acetate, phenylpropionate were all high. Her L-acidophilus was high. Her D-lactate was high. Translation, she suffers from dysbiosis, something that you alluded to with probiotics. Dysbiosis is where you have you have an upset or an imbalance of bacteria in your gut. That can create a host of problems, from weight gain to inflammation and so on. So that's what I was getting at, and I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I think that's spot on as well. If in fact you have bacterial imbalances, diet, or what have you in the gut, you can have a whole host of prospective problems, including inflammation, upset, inability to eliminate properly. And I'd be remiss in thanking you for all that you do for the human community, and your tireless effort and your passion and your truthfulness. It's very refreshing in an era that we live in right now. And so thank you. And I appreciate you.
You're very
so
kind.
well.
You're very kind to say that. Listen, at the end of the day, I had a person call me. This man called me, and he said, Dr. Garko, I want to see you. I want to see you. I got to talk to you. I got all of these health issues and whatnot. And I said, well, maybe I can help you over the phone a little bit. No. He insisted. He wanted to see me in person. I said, okay. I don't have a formal office. That's how I keep overhead down. And I met with him. And I said, meet me at, back before we got all this COVID-19 business, I said, meet me at Starbucks and we'll chat a little. So I was sitting there, and I could see that the poor soul was in a lot of trouble. And we talked, and I gave him some ideas. And I was getting ready to leave, and he said, well, how much do I owe you? I said, you don't owe me anything. Because I knew he was on a fixed income. I knew he didn't have much. And he said, well, I got to pay you. I got to pay you. And I said, listen, it's okay. I'll do it pro bono. Don't worry about it. I'll do it as a write-off. I was making stuff. And finally, I had to accept $50 from him. Otherwise, he wasn't going to let me leave there. At the end of the day, I didn't have the heart to bill him. I just didn't, because this guy he was just trying to figure it out, and he was so sincere and genuine. Now, I have clients that can very much afford it, and they have no hesitation in billing them. Trust me. But somewhere along the way, you got to have compassion for people, and you have to extend. You have to give something, and you should not expect anything back. That's when it really starts to count. It took me it took me a while. My mother tried to teach me that my whole life, but finally I caught on, and especially after I got sick. And then I realized things came into real perspective. When I get a call from a person such as yourself, I know that you're sincere and you're looking for answers and you're informed and you're searching. How could I not spend time to talk to you? I'm on air with you right now. We're burning a lot of time here. And, but you know what? It's time well spent. That's how I see it, Eric.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. And the simple and most hard thing to do, and it's ironic that you were talking about 90 days, do something for 90 days, is to implement what you've learned and what you believe to be true. You implement it for 90 days, whatever period of time. Again, that's the hardest thing to do, is implement it, whether it's going into the gym, whether it's taking a supplement, whether it's getting on a diet. But if you do your research, do your homework, and then implement it, you can do a lot of things. Human body's an amazing thing.
It is an amazing thing, as long as we don't get in the way of ourselves and give it a chance to heal. You got to, I believe in functional nutrition and functional medicine. Doctors practice functional medicine. I practice functional nutrition. You got to get to the root of the problem. Identify the problem. Treat the problem, not the symptom. Address the problem, not the symptoms. That's where we have to be. Otherwise, you're just constantly putting out a fire that the embers are still burning and will reignite again at some point. And it takes time and patience to do that. Many people, of which they're very short on time and patience. But I want to thank you for your call. Me included. I must say, I get a little impatient. I want to thank you for your call. Thank you for spending time with me on air and sharing your questions and your insight. You sound very informed, and you're articulate and wonderful. So I appreciate you. Please call me again.
Very kind. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And that's why we do the show. I took time with Eric because he's illustrative of many people that listen and watch this show. He's, and you can see, sound like a young man to me, very smart, articulate, and wants to know. What I just shared with him, is often, you'll have nutritionists, dietitians, many do a great job. Some will give you a quick route to temporary success. I would rather take the little longer route and try to get you more permanent success if we can get there. Come back, we'll do another hour of LTN. Dr. Montanari is going to be on the show. We'll talk with Dr. Montanari and see what's on his mind. I love being here with you. Come back and visit me again if you have to leave. In the meanwhile, you are listening and watching Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The heart drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
This is Dr. Michael Garko from Let's Talk Nutrition. Fractures caused by osteoporosis occur every 15 seconds. 50% of women and 20% of men over the age of 50 suffering a bone fracture. First Creation Bone Health with Herculife contains a clinically tested, proven formula to increase bone density. Bone Health with Herculife contains calcium, vitamin K2, vitamin D, and Herculife curcumin, a patented and clinically tested form of turmeric. Calcium helps keep your bones strong. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 together help with calcium absorption, leading to the strengthening of your bones. And finally, Herculife curcumin, a highly absorbable form of turmeric, reduces inflammation and increases joint flexibility, allowing you to move and be more active. Go to bone50.com and order Bone Health with Herculife. That's bone50.com. Take charge of your bone health and protect against osteoporosis with Bone Health Herculife. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you're having a good day, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. And Dr. Anthony Montanari is my guest today. Always like having Dr. Montanari on the show. He and I are going to talk about something. Talk about one thing, just one thing. And that one thing has so many different benefits that you can experience and will be able to feel. Sometimes you can do things and you won't notice anything right away, or you don't feel anything. Here is not the case. You can see and you will feel change with this one thing that we're going to recommend that you consider. And it works. I know it works. There's clinical trials to show that it works. The science there. This is one of those things, this one thing that I use the metaphor of bowling. In bowling, you got 10 pins. The idea is to throw one ball to knock down all 10. If you have to throw 10 balls to knock down 10 pins, you're a lousy bowler. And it's going to take too much time and effort to do that. So while the fast way should be the last way, we want to look for the most efficient, evidence-based way that can knock down those 10 pins with doing one thing. In other words, if you do one thing, if you can resolve other issues, then that means that you don't have to go and try to knock down those other pins. This will address it. That's a better and more prudent and wise strategy in my mind. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. If you have a question, comment, something that's on your mind relative to what we're talking about, what I'm chatting about with Dr. Montanari, or it's something that's off topic, that's okay too. Katie's going to tell you how you can make contact. Let's Talk Nutrition so we can connect.
Yes, you can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can email Dr. Garko personally as well. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And if you want to watch the show back, you can do that on Facebook or YouTube. Just search Let's Talk Nutrition. We archive all the shows, and you can watch them. And you can also listen back to the shows on letstalknutrition.com and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
And the aforementioned Dr. Anthony Montanari. Dr. Montanari, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Always nice to see you on the radio, Dr. Montanari.
It's good. It's good to see you too, Dr. Garko. You look well.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I work at it. Some days, right before all this chaos happened, I was at the gym 5 days a week, right? And boy, I can tell a difference. I try, I go for my walk with my weights. These are like 12-pound weights in each hand, 13-pound weights. And it's almost 15 pounds. That's challenging, but I still need to get back into the gym. But thank you for the compliment. You don't look so bad yourself.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about one thing today, just one thing. We're going to throw one ball to knock down 10 pins, right, Dr. Montanari?
I like the bowling analogy very much.
It works, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, what we'd like to talk about is OptiNOS, right, which is a new fitness technology. I mean, I really don't know how else to say this. There's really nothing like this before and it's clinically proven. It's not a steroid. You can take it every day, and what you're going to do is you're going to boost your vitality. You're going to get rid of soreness the next day. You're not going to wake up the next morning and feel like somebody beat you. Your endurance is going to go up. Your stamina is going to go up. You're going to be able to, even while you're doing some strenuous things in the yard, you're going to be able to bounce back quicker while you're doing that. And that is, that's what you call recovery, obviously, right? And you're not going to have to take a break the next day. You're going to get up the next day and go, hey, you know what? I want to get back in the garden today. And so that means being active daily.
And you're going to increase your energy levels. You're going to feel better. And then there's something that happens with aging, but it even happens in younger people. And that is, we're always worried about osteoporosis.
Right.
But that there's also muscle loss as well. Not just bone loss, but muscle loss, right?
Is it the chicken or the egg? I've never been able to figure this out. I think I'm beginning to think that it's muscle loss that leads into bone loss.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes,
in other words,
yeah, I think they're related. Dr. Montanari, I think you're onto something there. Yeah, I agree with you. They're connected. If they're both happening at the same time, the person's in a lot of trouble because you don't have the frame to hold you up, and you don't have the muscles to move the frame. You're going to be confined to a wheelchair, at least as I see it.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Muscle loss, it seems to be a little bit more prevalent with older women than it is with older men.
That's interesting. It could very well be. What we're talking about is sarcopenia. That's muscle wasting. Right. And what we're going to talk about is the product that Dr. Montanari alluded to, Optinos. We're going to explain what it is, how it works. And there are the clinical trials. I'll ask Dr. Montanari to share with you what we know from a science perspective on how this product works. What do the trials tell us? What are the practical, not just the theoretical alleged benefits, but what do we know practically happens with people when they use the product? We tried to we introduced this a show or two ago, and we talked about it. And I'm not so sure people caught on to what we were trying to share. You may say, well, I'm not an athlete. Well, I'm not either. Just hold on a second here. Katie, tell them how to connect. I'm going to go get something. Hold on.
Okay.
Tell them how to connect.
Okay. You can give us a call at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can always email Dr. Garko at drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. That's GARKO. And as I always say, you can always listen wherever you listen to your podcast. You can download the iHeartRadio app on your Kindle, your iPhone, your iPad, or you can listen wherever you listen to your podcast. I know most Apple devices come with podcast feature already. So just search Let's Talk Nutrition, and you should be able to find us. We make it pretty easy.
Yeah, well, I see myself. I saw myself on your TV, and I can Katie. So what I have in my hand is a bottle of, take a guess, Optinos.
Optinos.
Yeah, there it is in my hand. I'm just telling you, just doing this one thing you will feel the difference. You will see the difference. I promise you, you will see. So we're going to talk about this today. We've got about 50 seconds left in this block. And Dr. as you can see, Dr. Montanari has no passion at all for this. He's more amped than I am. Are you kidding me? I love having him on.
This stuff really works. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
See?
There's a lot of people selling a lot of stuff, but most of it doesn't work. This stuff really works.
You think it works, Dr. Montanari? It does work.
No, we got proof.
And we got the proof. Okay, we'll come back. He's great. I love him. We'll be back with Dr. Montanari, coast to coast and globally. This is great.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. Magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone Up gives you all of these. Bone Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, Live Fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Anthony Montanari is our guest today. We're coast to coast down global, talking about one thing only, because it will cover a lot of other bases. So you can get a single and get on first, or you can get a home run and go to first, second, third, and then home. That's the home run, Optinos. And you see I have a bottle of here in my hand, so I can give you a first-hand account. And the product works. You don't have to be an athlete to do it. They've done clinical trials with athletes and others, and they got great performance at the end. We'll talk about that. Dr. Anthony, welcome back. The product, in your notes, thank you for sending me some of your notes, was designed, as you mentioned in your notes, to do 4 things. Could you quickly tick off those 4 things, and so that then the audience will get a grasp of what why we're excited about it?
Yeah, this is an extremely sophisticated product. The 4 things that it does all work together. Each helps the next. The first thing that it does is that it boosts nitric oxide in the bloodstream, and we have a clinical trial that proves it. It does a very good job. It helps lower blood pressure. It helps move blood to the extremities. It's really pretty amazing. The second thing
the nitric oxide is a vasodilator, opens up the arteries, so you get more blood flow, and there's less pressure on the walls of the arteries, and you get more blood flow, and more oxygen and nutrients to the cells, tissues, and organs as well, right?
Yeah, and it's on demand, right? In other words, you don't want all your veins and arteries open all the time. If they're open all the time, you're gonna fall down on the floor like a puddle. But when you're out in the garden and you're pushing your spade, okay, your body will send out some nitric oxide. You get extra blood flow. The blood flows to your extremities, to your hands and your feet, and you feel better. You get more oxygen to your extremity. You get more oxygen to your brain. You get more oxygen to your heart. And that's when you need it.
And by the way, your heart's a muscle, and all the other muscles as well.
Sure enough.
Okay. What's the second thing that it does?
The other thing that it does is that it works with these little things called mitochondria in your muscles. And the mitochondria are the engines of your muscles. They produce all the energy for your muscles. And it increases the number of mitochondria, and it increases the mitochondria's ability to make a molecule called ATP. ATP is the energy that runs every living thing on the planet.
100%.
And so if you got more mitochondria and your mitochondria can make more ATP, then your muscles can fire more frequently and for longer without having to recharge later.
Right. And when I'm working with clients, we can do organic acid tests where I can see if they're suffering from mitochondrial dysfunction. Usually that implicates a citric acid cycle. They're just not able to metabolize and create the energy, which is the currency of the body, which is adenosine triphosphate, ATP. No ATP,
correct,
you die. No ATP, you feel lousy. No ATP, you can't get anything done. What's the third thing that it does?
It helps prevent the production of lactic acid in the muscles themselves. And that's the thing that makes you feel bad the next day, is that lactic acid.
And it's painful. It can be the muscle soreness is from the lactic acid, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just basically you can't move. I mean, everybody's done it. They've gone out and they've worked a hard day's work. They get up the next morning, the alarm goes off, and you're frozen. You move, and it's just total pain. Optinos helps almost completely alleviate that.
Right.
So
that's
the
a good
next
benefit.
morning when you got up, even if you've been walking around the Grand Canyon or wherever, you get up the next morning and you're ready to go again.
All right. And the fourth thing that it does.
The last thing that it does is that, and this we're going to get a little bit technical here. There's a receptor in your muscles that's called the mTOR, mTOR receptor, and that receptor it's like a computer, and it controls what your muscle cells do. And the mTOR, what Optinos does is it tells mTOR to make muscle protein.
It's
right?
it's an interesting.
You got more
it's
oxygen
an
going to your
mTOR.
extremities. I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Go ahead.
You got more oxygen going to your extremities and your muscles. You got less lactic acid, so you can work out more frequently. You've got the muscles being turned on, and you got more ATP. And ATP is also responsible for muscle production. So you're creating muscle at the same time that you're making the muscle fire better, and at the same time you're making so that the muscle's not sore the next day.
That's all good.
It's a machine. It's a muscle building machine. You need, and especially you've got one of the things I've heard this from several women now. One of the things that they're scared of when they get older is that their muscles are going to
waste away.
Shrink. Right, and it'll make it. They don't want to be bedridden or not be able to get out and be active in the yard or go
100%.
and do yoga and stuff like that. And this is a remedy for that.
All right, so we can get you to the website where you can get a discount to get it. ECSportsUSA.com. ECSportsUSA.com. The promotion code is EC. You'll get $10 off. Come back, I'll repeat it. We'll tell you more. LTN, coast to coast and globally.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And thank you for rejoining me and Dr. Anthony Montanari today, talking about Optinos from Earth's Creation. It's a great product. The product works. You want to feel better. You want to do more. You want to do it more efficiently and feel good about it. Optinos is the way to go. That's what I do. I find you can take it before workout. You can take it in the afternoon. You can take it in the morning. Don't take it before you go to bed. That's when you want it. You're trying to dial things down. And you can get $10 off. Let me tell you how to do it. Go to ecsportsusa.com. E as in Earth, C as in Creation. Sports, with an S, USA.com. When you get there, make the purchase, then you'll get to a place where they'll ask you for the promotion code. It's EC for Earth's Creation. EC. You'll get $10 off once you got that, make your purchase. It's a great piece of technology in a bottle. And it's elegant in its design and its formulation. It's not real, how can I say, convoluted, chemically mixed up and confusing. It works very efficiently. Nitric oxide at its core. Dr. Montanari, welcome back. This product, they did some clinical trials. They had, in one trial, you told me that they had 40 athletes in a 6-week double-blind clinical trial, and they gave them the Optinos, and what did they find? What increased for these athletes?
Yeah, I mean, there was, in other words, what they did was they looked at bench press, leg press, knee extension. The other thing that they looked at is that how many times they could press up a weight. And in all of those cases, there was almost a 100% increase in what the Optinos athletes could do over the control athletes.
So in other words, they had more strength. They had more strength and they had more endurance.
They had more strength and more endurance. This is a very strange product. Most of the time you get strength, or most of the time you get endurance. But this builds a new kind of muscle.
Okay,
it builds a muscle that is strong and endures, and really endures for quite a while.
So if it works for athletes, then it's going to work for other people as well. I'm not an athlete. I'm just trying to get along, trying to stay healthy, trying to take it one day at a time.
That's what the second clinical trial showed, right? The second clinical trial, they took 75 individuals. They selected them, men and women, right? And all they did is they looked at the blood flow down their arm. There's a way that you can look at the blood flow down their arm. And that study basically is a way of looking at an increase in nitric oxide in the blood. And so you had a third of the group had a placebo, another third of the group had one Optinos pill, and another third of the group had two Optinos pills. The folks that got Optinos had a large increase in the blood flow to the end of their arm, to their hand. They had lower blood pressure, and this was the weird thing. At the end in other words, these were just regular everyday people. The people that took Optinos, their hand got stronger than the control group that took the placebo.
Which would be revealed in a handshake.
Every morning makes your hand stronger.
And oftentimes, doctors will use that as a way to determine the physical status and condition of a person. The handshake, how strong, the squeeze, how much can you squeeze? So it lowered their blood pressure, they had better blood flow, lower blood pressure, and they had a stronger hand grip, which indicates that their strength level was increased. So that was just
20%.
Every regular
20% over the control group.
So we did it with that. They did the trial with athletes. They did the trial with non-athletes. And you don't have to be an athlete to take this product. Go back and tell you again. Go to EC Sports with an S, USA.com. The code is EC, Earth Creation, and you'll get $10 off. Do the product. Try the product. You'll like the product. I like the product. I got the product. There it is. It works. It's simple. It works. And I've done that for 15 years. I talk about things that work. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. You'll increase your endurance. You'll increase your stamina. You'll increase your strength. And all translated means you're going to feel better. And you're going to be able to do things and do them better at any age. Okay? And this is not hard. This is not hard. And you want to be active.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I suggest that if folks get this product, and I really hope that they do, that each morning with breakfast take 2 Optinos. Okay, and that'll help you throughout the day. I mean, you'll have more energy, and then the next morning you're gonna feel better. And if let's say they decide that they're gonna go walk the rim of the Grand Canyon, just just before going to walk the rim of the Grand Canyon, I'd say about 20 or 30 minutes before that, eat a little snack and take another couple of Optinox.
Okay. I hate to cut you off. We had a caller.
The next day, you're going to recover.
I hate to cut you off. We're going to get Mike. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's there. We have about a minute left. You want to go to him or you want to wait?
Let me go to him real quick, and I'll bring him back. Mike, welcome to the show. Have you taken the product?
Yeah, I actually just started taking it last Thursday, and man, my hands are always falling asleep. And when they're above my heart, I'm in the pool industry. I'm always feeling dead in the evening. And man, this product really helps my hands feel better and my energy at the end of the long, hot day.
All right, don't hang up the phone, Michael. Hang in there. We're going to go into some messages, pay a few bills. Go to ecsportsusa.com. Purchase the product. You'll give you $10 off today. It's a discount. And, you know, you got now a firsthand account, an anecdotal piece of evidence. We have clinical trials. I'm encouraging you to get this product. I know you'll like it. I know it works. It'll help you. It'll help you out. It will. We'll be back with Dr. Montanaro.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
Increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, we continue to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products. Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone-Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. Magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone-Up gives you all of these. Bone-Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone-Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
What is it?
Visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garco, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on the
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garco.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Here's the LTN health question of the day. Very simple. What is the website that you need to go to purchase the Optinos and get a $10 discount? What's the name of the website? Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Is Michael still there?
Yes.
Hey, Mike. Welcome back. So
Hello.
you felt the difference then? You could tell you have better circulation to your hands.
Yes, very much better. I've had a lot of issues with my hands falling asleep anytime that they're up above my heart. If I'm driving long distance, I have to keep pushing hands because they'll start to tingle and feel like they're falling asleep. And with this product, I feel like I have a lot more blood flow going through my hands where they don't fall asleep.
Great. Well, there you go, Dr. Montanari. There's a first-hand account of the product. It's not a clinical trial, but Michael's experience counts. Michael, thank you very much for calling in today and sharing that. I appreciate it. I know audience members appreciate it too. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You do the same. Be safe on the road. What is the name of the website where you can purchase the Optinos and get $10 off? The promo code is EC. EC. Dr. Montanari, welcome back. So I have it here. Do you recommend taking it on an empty stomach or with food or what, or does it make a difference?
I always, any dietary supplement, I always think that you should take it with just a little bit of food.
Yeah. I had a couple of crackers a little bit ago and a protein bar. So, and I opened it, have it open, of course. And I'm going to take, you said 2, right?
Yes, sir.
2. I'm going to take 2. And
like I said, if you're fixing to do something strenuous, about 20 or 30 minutes before you go do that, you can boost it as well. You can take 1 or 2 more Optinos as well. And
sure. I'm
just
looking to
benefit
boost
you
my
more.
brain. I want more blood circulation to my brain, so we'll see. Can you take this product on blood pressure medication? The question somebody had.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's in other words, the nitric oxide boosting effect of it is it boosts the nitric oxide in your bloodstream when you need it, right? It's not going to just completely dilate your veins and arteries. In other words, it allows your body to use the nitric oxide more naturally, but when you need it, right? And that's the whole idea behind nitric oxide, is that when you're being more strenuous, right, then your body's going to release nitric oxide. It's going to dilate your veins and arteries and get you more blood to your extremities.
And I would say to audience member, always talk with your doctor. Never stop taking a medication without telling your doctor, and never start taking a medication without telling your doctor. And if you're going to take a supplement that you think is going to be get in the way of things, you should talk with your doctor about it. 877-897-8255. What's the website to get the Optinos for $10 off? Would it be ecsportsusa.com? If you can give me that answer, I'll give you a $25 supplement gift card. I'm giving you the answer. So I took two, and usually it's about 15 or 20 minutes when I notice something, Dr. Montanari.
Yeah, I mean that's the typical 15 to 30 minutes. In the first clinical trial, which was with the 40 athletes, they took it 30 minutes before. In the second clinical trial, with just the 75 regular everyday people, they took it first thing in the morning with food.
Okay.
And in both cases, it worked.
Go to EC Sports with an S, ecsportsusa.com. Make the purchase. The code is EC for Earth Creation. I would be remiss. I've been taking their Immune Shield. I have that. And I've been taking, of course, their Curculife Curcumin. That product is amazing for inflammation and just overall wellness. And I'm doing the Immune Shield, of course, because I want to keep my immune system robust and vital during this period of craziness going on with COVID-19. ecsportsusa.com. Get $10 off the Optinos. You want something that works? There it is, right there. No use thinking about it.
The promotion code EC,
do something about it. Is that Dr. Montanari?
The promotion code is EC. That'll get you $10 off a bottle of Optinos.
100%. There you go. All that, it's easy peasy. Somebody was asking me about inflammation. Well, you want to try to put that inflammation in check. The Curculife Curcumin is a way to do that. Where can they get the Curculife Curcumin, Dr. Montanari?
I mean, actually, if you go to the ecsportsusa.com, there's a link on there that takes you to the rest of everything that we have here at Earth Creation. So you can go to ecsportsusa.com and see every product that we make.
There you go.
So you can find the Curculife. You can find our bone health, everything. Yeah.
So where are you calling from today?
I'm here in beautiful Travelers Rest, South Carolina, just probably a little bit south of Asheville, North Carolina, and a little bit north of Greenville, South Carolina.
It's called Travelers Rest?
Travelers Rest, yes, sir.
I'll be darned.
In the olden days, before Revolutionary time, this was a place that people that rode in covered carriages would stop and spend the night on their way west.
I'll be darned. ecsportsusa.com. That's where you can buy the Optinos. Get $10 off. The code is EC. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. Dr. Montanari, thank you for being on today. We appreciate it. Take the product. It works.